Let us continue periodic classification of elements. In the periodic classification of elements, we will see types of blocks, types of elements, general valence shell electronic configuration, then group number, European system, IUPAC system, that we will see. Now we will take one element, we will take, for example, we are taking selenium. We are taking selenium. For this selenium, the atomic number is 34. Atomic number of selenium is 34. First, we will write electronic configuration of selenium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d, 10. Now we will count the electrons 10, 20, 30. Remaining 4 is there. That 4 goes to 4p. Okay. Now we will write this electronic configuration shell wise. Shell wise we will write. So first shell contains 1s, second shell contains 2s2, 2p6, third shell contains 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, fourth shell contains 4s2, 4p4. Okay. Here outermost shell is fourth shell. Outermost shell is fourth shell. So outermost shell configuration is 4s2, 4p4. This selenium, in this selenium, 6 electrons involving in chemical reaction. Maximum 6 electrons involving in chemical reaction. 6 electrons means this 4 plus 2, 6. Therefore, this shell is also called a valence shell. It is also called valence shell. Now, for this selenium, outermost shell configuration and valence shell configuration are same. Then the valence shell, this outermost shell contains electrons less than 8. Less than 8. Therefore, this selenium comes under representative elements. It is coming under representative elements. This selenium comes under representative elements. In this selenium, the last electron goes to p orbital. The last electron goes to p orbital. Therefore, this selenium is coming under p block element. Last electron goes to p orbital. Therefore, selenium comes under p block element, we can say. So, in this selenium, the last electron or differentiating electron goes to p orbital. Therefore, it is coming under p block element. Okay. Next, we will see general valence shell configuration. Now, valence shell we will take. Valence shell is equal to outermost shell. Valence shell principal quantum number, that is outermost shell principal quantum number, we will take it as n. Then outermost shell subshells we will take, that is s and p. S is containing 2 electrons, p is containing 4 electrons. Therefore, ns2 np4 is the general valence shell configuration for that group selenium belongs. So selenium goes to which group, in the sense the group which has general valence shell configuration ns2 np4. So selenium goes to the group which has general valence shell configuration ns2 np4. Then we will see the group number for this. This valence shell is equal to outermost shell that contains 6 electrons. Therefore, its group number is Roman letter 6. Roman letter 6. And it is representative elements. For representative elements, European system says that symbol A. For representative elements, as per European system, we have to give symbol A, we have to give. Sorry. Next, it is European group number. Next, IUPAC group number we have to give. IUPAC group number, in the sense, for P block elements, IUPAC group number is 10 plus European group number. 10 plus European group number. For P block elements, IUPAC group number is equal to 10 plus European group number. Therefore, group number is 16. So IUPAC group number is 16. Only for P block elements you have to do like this. Okay. So for P block elements, the European That is for p block elements, the IUPAC group number is 10 plus this European group number, therefore it is equal to 16. So it is coming under IUPAC group number is 16, European group number is 6a for this element. Sir, okay. Now we will take next element. We'll take suppose krypton. We will take for krypton atomic number is how much? Means 36. Krypton atomic number is 36. Electronic configuration will write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 3d10, 4p. We will see. Now we will count the electrons up to this 10, up to this 10, 20, here 10, 30. 30 is over, means remaining 6, that 6 goes here. Okay, so that we have written. Now we will write shell wise. We will write first shell contains 1s2, second shell contains 2s2, 2p6, third shell contains 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, fourth shell contains 4s2, 4p6. Fourth shell contains configuration 4s2, 4p6. This is the electronic configuration of krypton. Okay. Now for this krypton, outermost configuration is what, in the sense 4s2, 4p6. For krypton, outermost shell configuration. For this krypton, outermost shell configuration is which one, in the sense 4s2, 4p6. Then for this krypton, outermost shell configuration is nothing but valence shell configuration. Outermost shell configuration is nothing but what, means valence shell configuration. Okay. So krypton outermost shell configuration is given, valence shell configuration is given, both are same. But this valence shell contains electrons more than 8. Sorry, this valence shell contains electrons not less than 8. It is containing 8. If the valence shell contains electrons less than 8, then only we have to say representative elements. Otherwise, no, it is not representative elements. Okay, since valence shell contains electrons 8 electrons, it is not less than 8. Less than 8 not means, don't say representative elements. It is not representative elements. Okay, so representative elements means two conditions. One is valence shell configuration is equal to outermost shell configuration. Another condition is valence shell should have electrons less than 8. So here valence shell configuration is equal to outermost shell configuration, no doubt, but number of electrons, if you see, less than 8, therefore it is not represent. It is number of electrons in valence shell is 8, therefore it is not representative element. Okay, then the last electron goes to this p orbital. Last electron, also called a differentiating electron, goes to this p orbital. Therefore we can call this is as a p block element. This is what element, in the sense p block element we can say. Sir, next to which general valence shell configuration this element belongs, that we'll see. So outermost shell principal quantum number, we will take it as n. For periodic table elements, in the periodic table elements, outermost shell principal quantum number, you have to take it as n for writing general valence shell configuration. So n we have written. Then the outermost shell contains what are the subshells, that's those subshells we will write, and the electrons we will write. S is containing 2 electrons, P is containing 6 electrons. So this krypton belongs to which group? Well, which group, in the sense the group which has general valence shell configuration is ns2 np6. So now the group which has general valence shell configuration is ns2 np6 is which group, in the sense that is that group contains elements helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, and Og. This is the group. This group, for this group, the valence shell configuration, general valence shell configuration is ns2 np6. So now in this one, exception is what, means helium. Helium configuration is 1s2. Remaining elements are having configuration ns2 np6. Sir, okay. Next, this element, for this element, what is the group number? What is the group number? We will see. This krypton is not going for chemical reaction generally. Under normal conditions, it is not going for chemical reaction. That means this krypton belongs to this group. This group elements, these elements do not go for chemical reaction under normal conditions. Under a particular conditions, xenon forms certain compounds. Xenon forms certain compounds. Krypton forms certain compounds. Regarding helium compounds, neon compounds, argon compounds, not discovered so far. Radon is a radioactive element. Radon is a radioactive element. Okay. So these elements under particular condition only they are forming compounds. Xenon compounds xenon compounds prepared. So therefore these elements are called what in the sense noble gases. These elements are called noble gases. These elements are also called rare gases. These elements are also called rare gases because they are available in atmospheric air to the least percentage. Therefore, rare gases we can say. Sir, now what is the group number for this in the sense? The group number is zero group. Zero group as per European system. As per European system, zero group is it. As per IUPAC, what we have to say? As per IUPAC in the sense, this noble gases is the last group. For this last group, 18th group it is. It is last group, it is 18th group. So noble gases means it is at last. It is at last for this group number. IUPAC group number is what in the sense 18th group. IUPAC group number is 18th group. Sir, okay. Then this element belongs to which period? This element belongs to which period in the periodic table? For this, you see this element outermost shell configuration. You see outermost shell principal quantum number you take. Outermost shell principal quantum number is how much? That is called period number. Outermost shell principal quantum number is 4. Therefore, this element comes under fourth period. This element comes under fourth period, we can say. Okay, so this element is fourth period. Now which type of which block? P block. Which type of element? It is not representative elements. You have to call noble gases or rare gases, we have to say. Next, what is the general valence shell configuration? ns2 np6. ns2 np6 except what? Helium. Helium is 1s2. European group number 0 group. IUPAC group number 18. What is the period? Fourth period, because outermost shell principal quantum number is 4. Therefore, it is a fourth period, we can say. Okay, sir. Next, now we will conclude. Representative elements means S block and P block coming under representative elements. In P block, what is the exception in the sense? Noble gases. Exception is noble gas. These are representative elements. For representative elements, we have to give symbol A in European system. Okay. So representative elements means S block and P block except noble gases. Okay. We will take next element. We will take, suppose we are taking zirconium. Zirconium we are taking. Zirconium atomic number is 40. This regarding this we will say first we will write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, then 4s2, 3d10. Okay, so 3d10 over. Now how many electrons will count? Here 10, here 10, 20, here 10, 30. 30 is over, remaining 10 is there. So remaining 10 in the sense then next one is 4p, 4p is 6. 4p6 we have written. So next, so how many electrons over will count? Here 10, here 10, 20, here 10, 30, 36, 36 is over. Remaining how many electrons are there? Means remaining 4 electrons are there. Next, electrons are going to 5s. Afterwards, electrons are going to 4d. Okay, we have written electronic configuration. Now we will write shell-wise electronic configuration. Shell-wise, we will write first shell. Second shell contains 2s2, 2p6. Third shell contains 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. Fourth shell contains 4s2, 4p6, 4d2. Fifth shell contains 5s2. Fifth shell contains 5s2. Okay. So we have written shell-wise electronic configuration. We have written. Next, we will see outermost shell configuration. Outermost shell configuration is what means 5s2. Outermost shell configuration is what means 5s2. So next, valence shell configuration. Next, we are seeing valence shell configuration. Valence shell configuration means outermost shell, it will come under valence shell, no doubt. Outermost shell comes under valence shell, in that no doubt. Now we will see inner shell before outermost shell, penultimate shell we will see. This penultimate shell is fourth shell. In this penultimate shell, this 4D is incomplete. So this 4D comes under which one in the sense? Valence shell. Therefore, the valence shell configuration is what means so and so. It is a valence shell configuration. So valence shell configuration is a 4D to 5s2. 4D to 5s2 is called valence shell configuration. Valence shell configuration and outermost shell configuration are not equal. Therefore, we need not talk about representative. Representative elements in the sense, first condition is valence shell configuration is equal to outermost shell configuration. That is not equal here. Then why to say representative elements? It is not representative elements. Okay, then. Next, in this element, in this zirconium, the last electron goes to 4D. The last electron goes to 4D. Last electron goes to d orbital. Therefore, this element comes under d block element. It is coming under d block element. Set. In the d block element, if n minus 1 d subshell is having incompletely filled, if it is incompletely filled, then that element is called a transition element. That element we can call it as a what in the sense a transition element we can say. Okay, so d block element in which n minus 1 d, n in the sense principal quantum number of outermost shell, that is 5. N minus 1 means 4. Therefore 4d. This valence shell d subshell. Valence shell d subshell, if it is incompletely filled, then that element is a transition element. So valence shell d subshell is having 2 electrons. Actually, it can take maximum 10 electrons. Valence shell d subshell is incompletely filled. Therefore, this is a transition element. Okay. Next, we'll see general valence shell configuration. Now, valence shell contains 4D and 5s. Outermost shell principal quantum number, we will take it as n. Then it is this valence shell contains 4D. This 4 we can say as n minus 1 we can say. Outermost shell is 5. That we have to take it as n. Therefore, 4 we have to write it as n minus 1. Then subshells we will write D subshell and S subshell. Electrons will write S subshell contains 2, D subshell contains 2. So n minus 1 D2 NS2. It is general valence shell configuration of this zirconium. So zirconium belongs to which group in the sense the group which has general valence shell configuration n minus 1 D2 NS2. So okay. So we said a type, we said group, the type of element, type of block, we said general valence shell configuration. Then which period? Now outermost shell principal quantum number is 5. Therefore, this element comes under fifth period. We can say it is coming under fifth period. Okay, sir. Next element we will take. Next element is what in the sense rubidium we will take. We are taking a rubidium. For rubidium, what is the atomic number in the sense of 45. Now we will take electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2. Okay. Now we will count the electrons here 10, here 10, 20, 30, 30 plus 8 for 38. 38 is over means remaining how many electrons? 7 electrons. Therefore 4d, 7. Sorry. So now we have written this 4D contains how many electrons? That electrons we have written 7. 4d7 we have written. Now we will write a shell-wise electronic configuration. We will write shell-wise. First shell, second shell contains 2s2, 2p6. Third shell contains 3s2, 3p6, 3d10. Fourth shell contains 4s2, 4p6, 4d7. Fifth shell contains 5s2. Okay. Next, we will write outermost shell configuration. Outermost shell configuration is 5s2. Outermost shell configuration is 5s2. Next, we will write valence shell configuration. Valence shell configuration is 4d7 5s2. Valence shell configuration is 4d7 5s2. Valence shell configuration and outermost shell configuration are not equal. Therefore, it is not representative elements. Then the last electron goes to 4d. Therefore, this is which block in the sense a D block. Then a D block element in which valence shell D subshell is incompletely filled. Therefore, this element is a transition element. This element is what in the sense a transition element we can say. Sorry, okay. Next, general valence shell configuration will see. This is n minus 1 d7, then ns2. Okay, general valence shell configuration is set. Outermost shell principal quantum number is 5, therefore it is fifth period. Now we will say group number. We will say the group number in the sense what we have to do. Group number in the sense European group number we have to say. So European group number we have to say for this. European group number is how much in the sense valence shell contains how many electrons you count it. Okay, so for d block elements, European group number we want to say. European group number we want to say number of electrons in valence shell. Number of electrons in valence shell is equal to European group number. Number of electrons in the valence shell is equal to European group number. Okay, so for d block elements, European group number, how to say in the sense number of electrons in the valence shell is called European group number. Then we have to say we have to say. Okay, number of electrons in the valence shell is equal to European group number. Then we have to give we have to give we have to give. For d block elements you give v. For representative elements we have given a for European. Now we have to give b. Okay, so now we will say, now we have taken this zirconium. Zirconium is coming under d block element. Now valence shell contains how many electrons means the valence shell contains 4 electrons. Valence shell contains 4d2 5s2. So valence shell contains 4 electrons. Therefore 4b. 4b is the European group number. Okay, so 4b is the European group number. Now what is the IUPAC group number? IUPAC group number means number of electrons in the valence shell. Number of electrons in the valence shell is equal to IUPAC group number. IUPAC group number. Okay, so valence shell contains 4 electrons, so IUPAC group number is 4. Okay, so European group number means number of electrons in the valence shell. In Roman letter you have to write, and b we have to include. IUPAC group number in the sense number of electrons in the valence shell, therefore 4. It is for d block. It is for d block. Okay, now we will take rubidium. Rubidium is a d block element. Now we want to say European group number. European group number we have to say. Then IUPAC group number we want to say. So IUPAC group number means number of electrons in the valence shell. Valence shell contains 7 plus 2 9 electrons. Therefore IUPAC group number is 9. IUPAC group number is 9. Okay, European group number we want to say. European group number is what in the sense number of electrons in the valence shell. Number of electrons in the valence shell is European group number. Number of electrons in the valence shell is 9. So European group number what we are expecting in the sense 9b we are expecting. For d block elements, European group number what are possible, that I will say. European group number what are possible means 1b, 2b, 3b, 4b, 5b, 6b up to 7b possible. Then what group means 8th group. This is only for d block European group numbers, others not. Okay, so 1b, 2b, 3b up to 7b. Then 8th, for this b we should not give. For this 8th we should not give b. Okay, this is only possible European group numbers for d block. Therefore if the number of electrons in the valence shell is equal to number of electrons in the valence shell, if it is 9, 10 and 11, 8, 9 and 10, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, if number of electrons in the valence shell of d block is 8, 9 and 10, then you say European group number, just Roman letter 8 you say, don't say any b. Why? Because this 8th group contains how many families means 3 families. One is iron family, next cobalt family, next nickel family. These 3 families together called 8th group in European system, which is reflected from Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, therefore if number of electrons in the valence shell for d block, remember that d block, For D block 8, 9 and 10 in the sense, simply you say European group number is 8, you say European group number is 8, not 9b like this. Okay, European group number just we have to say 8. IUPAC group number means no doubt number of electrons in the valence shell is IUPAC group number. Okay, so next element will take silver will take. We are taking silver. Atomic number is 47. Atomic number 47. Electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 3d10, 4p6, 5s2, then 5d. 5d is there. Here up to this 10, here up to this 10, 20, here 30, 38 is over. 38 is over means remaining 9. That 9 we will write. Set. Now we will write in a shell wise. We will write first shell contains 1s and 1s2, second shell contains 2s2, 2p6, third shell contains 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, fourth shell contains 4s2, 4p6, 4s2, 4p6. It is not 5d9. It is here mistake is there. It is this is 4d9, not 5d9. Okay, so 4d9, then 5s2. Okay, now we will see outermost electronic configuration. We will see. So outermost shell configuration is this one. 5s2 is the outermost shell configuration. Then we will see valence shell configuration. Valence shell configuration is this one. Valence shell configuration is this one. Outermost shell configuration and valence shell configuration are not equal. Therefore, it is not representative element. Okay. The last electron goes to d orbital. Therefore, it is a d block element. Last electron goes to d orbital. Therefore, it is a d block element. We can say. Next, this silver comes under which group in the sense copper, silver, gold, rhodium. Copper, silver, gold, rhodium. For this group, what is the general valence shell configuration means n-1 d10 ns1 anomalous electronic configuration. It is for which one in the sense copper and silver. Okay, general valence shell configuration is this one. Okay, now we will see general valence shell configuration is n-1 d10 ns1. This is anomalous electronic configuration for this group. Sir, so anomalous electronic configuration, therefore we have to write anomalous electronic configuration for silver. Here from 5s, one electron goes to 4d, therefore we can write 4d10 5s1. 4d10 5s1 is the valence shell configuration for this silver. Valence shell configuration for silver is 4d10 5s1. Sir. Now it is anomalous electronic configuration. Why we have to write anomalous electronic configuration means D is completely filled. D gets completely filled. Therefore, only we are writing a anomalous electronic configuration for this. Sir, okay. Now we have written D is completely filled. We have written. Next, we have to say type of element. We have to say. If type of element in the sense one we said it is not representative elements we said. Now we have to check with the transition elements. This D block valence shell D subshell. If it is incompletely filled, then the D block element is called transition element. Now it is a D block element. This silver is a D block element. Its valence shell contains a D subshell. It is completely filled. Therefore, is it transition element or not? So to say transition element, what is the definition? What is the concept? D block valence shell D subshell is incompletely filled, then the D block element is transition element. Sir, as per that point, this is not transition element. Sir, now we will see electronic configuration of copper. Copper electronic configuration is what means 3d10 4s1. Now copper we will convert into Cu plus. Cu plus electronic configuration is 3d10 4s0. Then we will convert this into Cu2 plus. Cu2 plus electronic configuration is Cu2 plus electronic configuration will see that is 3d9. Cu2 plus electronic configuration is 3d9. Next, we will see about silver. We will see for silver electronic configuration is what means 4d10 4d10 5s1. So silver can show +1 oxidation number, therefore its configuration is 4d10 5s0 5s0. Gold is 5d10 6s1. Gold can show +1 oxidation number. +1 means 5d10 6s0. Then gold can show +3 oxidation number. +3 means we have to remove 3 electrons. 1 electron remove here, 2 electrons remove here. Then it is coming 5d8 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 not 5d8 6s0. This is for gold. Au3 plus means this name we have to say as auric. Au+1 means this name we have to say as cuprous, sorry, Rs. Cu2 plus means this name we have to say as cupric. Cu plus means this name we have to say as cuprous. Cu plus is cuprous, Cu2 plus is cupric, Au plus auric, Au plus Rs. So lower oxidation number means us, higher oxidation number means ik. Okay. This gold Latin word is aurum. Gold Latin word is aurum. From aurum we are saying Rs and auric. Sorry. Copper Latin name is cuprum. Copper Latin name is cuprum. From cuprum we are saying cuprous and cupric. Okay. Now the general valence, these elements can show these are the oxidation states. Okay. Next we will see transition elements. Another definition we will see. Transition elements. Another definition we will see. We have to take transition element in its stable oxidation state. We are taking transition element in its stable oxidation state. In that we have to take valency shell. In the valency shell we have to take d subshell. If that d subshell is incompletely filled, incompletely filled, then it is a transition element. It is another definition for transition elements. So for transition elements already we said one definition. Another point is what means whether the take d block element in its stable oxidation state. In that oxidation state, take its valency shell. In that valency shell, consider d subshell. If that d subshell is incompletely filled, then the d block element we have to say as transition elements. This is also another point for transition elements. Sorry. Now we will see copper. In copper, copper mostly exists in +2. This +2 is having d subshell. Valency shell is having d subshell. It is incompletely filled. Silver can show mostly Ag plus only. It is 4d10. Okay. Valency shell is not incompletely filled, fully filled. Gold shows mostly Au3 plus. So the valency shell d subshell is incompletely filled. Therefore, this group considered as transition elements. Though silver is not showing in silver valency shell 4d10 is there, even then this group is taken as transition elements. Okay. So silver comes under the group called coinage metals. These coinage metals coming under transition elements. So, okay. Transition elements we said. Okay. Next one is what is a IUPAC group number, that we will see. IUPAC group number means the number of electrons in its valency shell. So valency shell contains 11 electrons. Therefore, IUPAC group number is what means 11. IUPAC group number is 11. So, what is the European group number? European group number is what in the sense for this coinage metals, general oxidation state is +1. General oxidation state is +1. Copper shows +1, silver shows +1, gold shows +1. General oxidation state is +1. Therefore, for this group, 1b is given. 1b is given. So copper, silver, gold, lanthanum, coinage metals. For coinage metals, general oxidation state is +1. It is not indicating that it is not showing other oxidation states. Copper mostly in +2. Gold mostly in +3. Okay, silver shows +1 only. Okay, so coinage metals general valence is +1. Therefore, for this group, European group number is 1b. European group number is 1d. Then this silver outermost shell principal quantum number is 5, therefore it is coming under fifth period, we can say. Okay, so next element we will take. Next element is what, in the sense mercury we will take. We are taking mercury. Mercury atomic number is 80. Its electronic configuration will write. For that we will write like this: 2s 2s 2p. Third shell contains 3s 3p 3d. Fourth shell contains 4s 4p 4d 4f. Fifth shell contains 5s 5p 5d 5f. Sixth shell contains 6s 6p. Seventh shell contains 7s. Set. So we have written electronic on the Euler's diagram. First least energy is 1s. Next higher energy is 2s. Next higher energy is 2p 3s. Next higher energy is 3p 4s. Next 3d 4p 5s. Next 4d 5p 6s. Next 4f 5d 6p 7s. Okay, now we will fill the electrons. We will fill here. We will fill the electrons here. 2 electrons, 4 10, here 2, here 6, then here 2, here 10, 6 2 electrons, here 10 electrons, 6 electrons, 2 electrons. Okay, like this we filled. Here 14 electrons we filled. We filled 14 electrons. 14 electrons were. Now we will count the electrons. Here 10, here 10 20, here 10 30, 30 is over. Here 10 40, here 10 50, 56, 70, 80. 80 electrons over. So we have completed how many electrons, in the sense 80 electrons. So 80 electrons is completed for mercury. So atomic number is 80. So how much comes, in the sense 80 electrons completed. This is the configuration. Okay, so that first shell is 1s. First shell is 1s. Second shell is what means 2s2 2p6. Third shell is what means 3s2 3p6 3d10. Fourth shell is what means 4s2 4p6 4d10. 4d10 4f40 4f40. Fifth shell is what means 5s2 5p6 5s2 5p6. So 5s2 5p6. Now electrons once more again will count it. It is 10, it is 10 20, it is 30, it is 40, it is 50 56 56 60 70 only is come. So we have tried 10 here. So fifth shell is 5s2 5p6 5d10. Sixth shell is 6s2. Okay, so for this in this case the last electron goes to which place, means d orbital, therefore it is d block element. The last electron goes to d orbital, therefore it is d block element. Okay, next we will see outermost shell configuration. It is outermost shell configuration. Outermost shell configuration. So okay, outermost shell configuration we said. Valence shell configuration also this one only. Valence shell configuration also this one only. Why? Because this 5d is completely filled. So valence shell configuration also this one only. 5d is not come. Sir, now this zinc, in this zinc the valence shell configuration is 6s2. In this, not zinc, in this mercury the valence shell configuration is what means 6s2. 6s2 is the valence shell configuration. Since it is considered as a d block, we have to say valence shell configuration is what means 5d10 6s2. Since it is d block, since last electron goes to d orbital, the valence shell configuration we are saying as 5d10 6s2. 5d10 6s2. So valence shell configuration and outermost shell configuration are not equal, therefore it is not representative element. Then we will see whether it is d block element because last electron goes to d orbital. Then we have to say whether it is transition element or not. Transition element means the d block element, its valence shell d subshell is incompletely filled in elemental form or in stable oxidation state is transition element. So in the elemental form this d is completely filled. So in stable oxidation state we will see. So mercury is 5d10 6s.